It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles offense is on the field for the first time today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clemens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Pulls it in. It's Clemens. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Golden Eagles line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, and when we called on twice in the victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So Tulane's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defense.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explode.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Tulane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now.
And the defense, they've
defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game, that's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Golden Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up him. Yardage he could on the punt return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, running back gets to give. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. Back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw, it's Hobbs. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Golden Eagles want to move quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the sideline. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Southern Miss. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. On the move. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gets it out quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes. So you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tulane! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He lets one fly deep.
Oh, boy.
He's got it on the outside.
They got some
And
burns.
that one
Holy
looked as if
shit.
it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Use the play fake, now to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. To the air, it's Hobbs. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally,
going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Tulane right back to the line. Might be calling a hot route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Punch it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tulane.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Green Wave. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The Golden Eagles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Offense, quick tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Got his man all by himself. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver.
He's loose on the left. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Gives it on the option.
Hey, yo.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern
The fuck is that?
Mississippi. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
Southern Mississippi, 17.
He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Turns it on in midfield. All out of space. The 10. Touchdown, Greenway. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over UCF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Boom. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline.
This
Makes a
motherfucker.
grab on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Once he got some room, it was over.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so just
Dog, say it now.
to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Back to pass, it's Ingram. Fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Took a shot as he threw. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Tulane.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They want to get the ball right back here in the 1st half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the 1st half. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it.
There ain't no way he just did that.
So that will go
Yo.
into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker.
Oh, you gotta hit it.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Plows through the defense. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
Dropping back, it's Ingram. Going for it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. Tripped up for the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got his man, makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. If they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Let's go! Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
And back to the air on second down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got him. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And they'll wrap him up.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Finds his man on the left. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tulane right back to the line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Scanning the field, it's Ingram. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it set up on the outside. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Under fire. Complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Slithers into space. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Ingram. Fires to the wideout. Misses receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
4 wideout set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
27.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
From the gun, the ground game. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Golden Eagles will punt this one away.
13. On to punt it away.
Hauls it in at the 40. Quick step and go. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away.
Number 13, on to kick it away.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Dropping back, it's Ingram. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.